Okay, so we're going to make artwork using Illustrator, but we are focusing on typography in letters. So I want you to start by going to Google, which I already did, and typing in something that you like. I like dogs. I'm going to type in dog. So I like this dog right here because it has different colors, and I think that will look good in my artwork. So I've saved this file right here, and I'm going to open Illustrator, which I have open right here, and I'm going to open a new file. Click on letter, and then I'm going to place it. This is the important part. You don't want to just open your image. You have to place it in a new file, or you'll have some problems with it later. So I'm going to do File, Place. I saved it to the desktop, so here it is, and I'm placing it. Okay. Maybe make it, nope, sorry. Let me see if I should make it a little bigger so I can see it. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Layers, and I'm going to lock it. And I'm going to make a new layer and trace in the new layer. I'm sorry, I'm not going to trace. You're going to see what I'm going to do in a second. See this plus sign at the bottom? That's how you make a new layer. And we're going to work with letters. So I'm going to start with the type tool. See the T over here? Click it. And I'm just going to type the letter D. And I'm going to make it big so you can see what I'm about to do. I'm going to go try to make it a little more interesting. I'm going to open the type menu and go to, let me see if I can find it. Oh, let's look at window. I'm looking for the panel that will let me change the font. So here it is. It's under Window, Type, Character. Okay, here we go. Keep this open, and then you can change the font. Just kind of not sure what I want. It doesn't really matter, so you can just randomly pick one. I'll just go with this one. And of course, you know how to change the color. I would probably want to do the color of the dog that I'm using, but for now I'm going to use a bright color so that you can see what I'm doing when I put it on top of the dog. So let me try for maybe this pink. Okay, here we go. There's nothing I can do with this letter besides that. So that's one thing you can do to change the way your letter looks. However, if you didn't know, I'm going to show you a little trick. Go to Type menu, go down to Create Outline, click it. It's no longer a letter that you can change. I can't go and change that letter to a different letter. I have to stick with it now. Now I have little paths and points all around. Remember this tool right here, the direct selection tool, it's under the selection tool. It's white, see? I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to be able to manipulate pieces of this letter D. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Go. Just click it once and then move it. Now, if you just want to move the whole thing, click back to the regular selection tool and move it around. So for now, if I just want to use the word dog, I'm going to start with the letter D, and I'm going to think, where can I put this? I'm going to turn it a little bit. Maybe, well, I just want to fit this black furry area right here. Most likely, I'm going to take that color from this dog and fill it in. Okay, I did that. Watch what happens when I turn off the layer of the dog. I can see it's the right color. Let me turn that back on. Now I want to start with my next letter, the letter O. O. I'll just keep it at that font. Move it around, let it fit next to the D. And then again, change the color to the right color. First, it has to be selected. There we go. Okay. I'll turn off the layer so you can see it. D-O. Next thing, I'm going to put that back on. I have to see what I have to keep on going here. So I'm going to do the letter G. Kind of like the G upright like that. It's interesting. Just put that right there. Change the color. Okay, let me turn off the layer. There we go. So that is the side of the eye, the little eyeball that's going to go right here. And it's the word dog. This will take a while, so you're going to keep at it. And then when you get to a different area of the dog, let me just grab one the letter's already made. Let's say right here, you should use the color that is in that area by the eyedropper tool. See that? So keep going until you can make this actual image, the image that you choose. Remember how to manipulate letters? Start with the T tool, click, choose your letter, go to the selection tool at the top here and hold shift. You can make it big. If you don't hold shift, it's going to go like that. Holding shift will keep it the right way. But maybe you don't want it. Maybe you do want it to squeeze. Maybe you want it to be like that. And if you want to take little points and move it, you have to first change it to outline. So you create outline. Take the white selection tool, click once to grab, and then you can move, you can manipulate the letters a little bit more to fit your shape of your chosen image. Okay, so that is how you're going to make your artwork. This should take you a while, and if it doesn't, you're going to have to make another one and keep up with this with the rest of the class. So you want your time to be spent wisely. Okay, so that is it. Thank you. Bye-bye.